Welcome to Q Stadium. Nami United League One men kicking off against Coquitlam Evolution in just over 5 minutes. And a big shout out to our U12 Nanaimo United rep boys who are walking out with the teams today, and we'll be playing our halftime game.
Mic check 1, 2. Good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, everybody outside and in between. For the second half of a Saturday matinee between NANAIMO United FC and Evolution FC. Good afternoon, everybody. Caleb Green on the call for today's action. I'm far from Alex Ronsley, but hey, I like to think that I can be at least half as good as him. You got to start somewhere, right? Just earlier today, Evolution FC got a 3-1 dub over NANAIMO. Men's side looking to rewrite the end of that story. This is technically the first home game in NANAIMO United history for them. Last season as Harborside FC made their first playoff appearance in club history, lost 4-1 to TSS Rovers in the semis. Hey! Lewis among them, of course, the head coach of Nami United, Kevin Lindo. Last time they took the pitch at Kinnischuk, it was far from the result they wanted, losing out on the final playoff spot in the Pac West to the Douglas Royals on tiebreaker. But hopefully, with the dawn of a new season and new jerseys and a new name, they can bring back that fire. On the near side, here comes Hamish Ogden. Booted into the air by Jones, and he gets loose! And he's just able to tuck it inside. As Evolution in the second minute of the game gets on the board. History repeats itself for NANAIMO United. This is the exact same situation they found themselves in on the women's side. There's Jordan Thorson. And it goes out of bounds off the lower body of Ashton Bryant. For many of these fans here, it's going to be a weird experience not cheering for the team in white and blue. Here comes Bryant. He's bringing Purcell forth, and it goes off of Kyle. I apologize if I sound a bit quiet at times. We're experimenting with the good old-fashioned stick mic. Jacob Harry battling his opposite number, Matteo Brezina. The wind has died down somewhat here in NANAIMO. Very grateful for that. I can actually leave my hands out of my pockets for longer than 10 seconds at a time. It's a lot more populated here at Kinnish Stadium. Szymanski sends it well out of the field. Brian just able to keep it in bounds. Now here comes Brian Bland on the near side. Can't quite stay with it. Tristan Torreson shook him off of it.
Okay.
Ben Creswick, the giver of that corner kick, gets it right back. Take two as he sends it skyward and out of play. The reason we've been talking about the wind so much here, just to give you guys a bit of a behind the scenes, my spotting boards are right in front of me. They're being held to this ledge here at the press box at Kinnish. Nothing but duct tape and a prayer. Nami United showing a lot more pressure early on. And he's looking for Bryant to able to head it in! And just kept out! Here comes Bryant again, penalty coming up! Attempted dive there from Gabe Altamere. And back in for Jordan Thorson, the Evolution goalkeeper. We've got Jackson Calx waiting in the wings, should the need arise. Sent back into the evolution zone. Thorson hustling after it. Got a piece of debris out there on the field. Looks like a piece of paper, perhaps from the referee. Hopefully it doesn't factor into the decision at all. As here comes Bryant again as he's tripped up by Dakota Lamoth. And he's not getting up. The paper blows out of bounds like the tumbleweeds in those old Western movies. May not be the West per se, but we can guarantee things are going to get wild here in the Harbor City. Thorson attempting to spring fourth Bazina. There's Bryant again. Jones able to come away with it. Here's Brazina again. Taken away. Jones sent back in. Thorson forced to evacuate the net. He's got Brazina on his mind again. As it bounces out, Evolution going to maintain it. For a brief moment, as now NANAIMO United is the benefactor. Allison Kyle. Kneed away by Charlie Purcell. Zemansky thought about going for it, just going to leave it back for Thorson. Here he comes again. Got Hamish Ogden on the far side. There's a battle on the far side. Ben Creswick attempts to chip it back in. And now he's got Charlie Purcell on the far side. And a whistle comes up. Thorson weighing his options. Back over now to Dakota Lamont. Back to Thorson. Evolution playing keep away. Lamoth. Jones tried to rush ahead. Evolution able to stay with it, or are they? There's a battle near center. And Evolution wins it. Comes Taliesin Kyle. Looking to send Brzezina forward as it goes out of play. Taliesin Kyle keeps it in. And possession given back to NANAIMO United. Here comes Brian Bland. Nami United with another chance snuffed out. Here comes Matteo Brzezina. Puts on the brakes, trying to get it back across center. Here comes Taliesin Kyle. Now Matteo Brzezina. It goes out of bounds to NANAIMO United, saying that they have it. I apologize for the long stretches without me saying anything. There's a pretty good chance, better than not, that after the half, I'm not going to be up here alone. I mean, I'm not already up here alone, because standing to my right, our cameraman, the one and only Bryce Williamson, giving you a bird's eye view of Kinshuk Stadium and League 1 BC action for NANAIMO United's home opener. There's the long-time VIU Mariner, Matthew Coburn, who sends it high and wide. "17 and a half minutes gone here in the first half. Taliesin Kyle touches it as it goes out of bounds, and NANAIMO United with a prime chance to strike here. Tristan Torreson. Back off for Szymanski. Torreson again. Taliesin Kyle as it goes high and wide off the body of Charlie Purcell. 1-0 Evolution so far as they regain possession. Frixos Petsis, the Croatian sensation, your lone goal scorer so far. Jones drops it back to Tristan Torreson. Dalson Kyle coming in on the near side. Back over to Jones. Takes the shot. Trying to go tough angle on McConaughey as it's kept out. Purcell at center. Able to stay with it. Then back in. Goalie able to keep it out, but he accidentally pushes it out. And United will retain it. Purcell. That brief exchange with the captain, Declan Brown. Kyle. Now Lamoth. Tristan Torreson. Goalie down the far side. Brazina able to stay with it. Sending Petsis forth. And out comes McConaughey to make the save. Coburn weighs his options. Sends it ahead. Purcell behind the back. Now Lamoth. Tried to get Szymanski. Thorson gonna have to play it instead. Trying to send it over to Goalie who stays with it. And it's Brazina able to keep it in bounds. Trying to reef through. Finds Hamish Ogden. Cuts back. Here's Kyle. Lots of room for him to move. Taliesin Kyle. Taken away by Coburn. Purcell puts on the brakes. Drops it back, Brian Bland. That's this. Brazina trying to get it loose. Comes back out to Purcell. Goes off his opposite number, Hamish Ogden. And it's Ryan Torreson. Now Evolution, they've got a good chance here. No one around for Miles. Can they put it through the net? No, they cannot. Matthew McConaughey able to make the save as he comes out. Bryant. Waiting. Sends it back Coburn. Coburn sends it forth. And it's a break for NANAIMO United. Purcell. Bryant looking for the throw-in. He's got lots of options here. Bland breaks free on the right. And the backwards kick. Great play there by Kyle Jones to send NANAIMO back. But it may be all in vain, as here comes Bahari. And Brian Bland tripped up as Thorson recovers it. Carlson Kyle. Over now Hamish Ogden. Back over now Lamoth. Well out of bounds. Goes off the roof of our PA announcer, Matt Carter. He's got that black hut down there. Place I've seen many games from. But here on this stream, we're giving you a different view. One from well above the field. Great block there by Evolution. This is their first season in League 1 BC, formerly known as Coquitlam Metro Ford SC. They've played at Percy Perry, which they've used since 1984. Goalie tries to find Jones. And it's taken away by Cornwell. Good chance here for NANAIMO. Here they come on the inside. Goes well past the net of Jordan Thorson. "27 minutes gone by in the first half. Evolution still leading 1-0 off the tally from Petsis. He forgoes the Olympico. Second to get inside to Altamare, as it just barely goes past Thorson. Goalie in front of the Evolution bench. Kyle able to keep it inside. For the Reds. And Nami United once again turning it over. Lots of untimely miscues so far for the home team. Nami United getting another chance. Coburn. Bland can't quite get to it. Ursel back over to Bland. Trying to get loose. Good opportunity on the far side. And Bland cuts in, blocked in front. As Kyle Jones attempts a breakout. Keyword there being attempts, as NANAIMO still manages to keep it for now. Elson Kyle. And Brzezina. Coburn strips him from behind. Bryant gets it back. And Nami United offsides, I believe. That's this. Trying to get loose. Can he get there in time? No, he cannot, as the ball is sent skyward and into the stands. Ogden. The shot blocked. Now here's Jones trying to send it in. And McConaughey denies it. Here's Coburn. He'd be wise to go for the long ball here. But he doesn't. And now Matteo Brzezina looks to make him pay. And McConaughey able to put out the fire for NANAIMO United. The game gets older. He stays the same age. Matthew McConaughey, stellar in net so far for NANAIMO United. Lamoth goes after it as it rolls out of play. Another ball coming in that Thorson picks up. It's an Evolution backline that's been very active. Most of the time that ball's on the right end of the screen. It belongs to Evolution, and there's a good reason for that. And it certainly isn't because of Hamish Ogden as it rolls out of play. Coburn able to stop an evolution push as it rolls out. And the visitors from Coquitlam going to get another chance. "35 minutes deep. It goes in and nearly rolls right back out. Goalie able to keep it in. Hustling after it there is Taliesin Kyle. Goes out of bounds. Bland able to recover it. Bryant looking. Gets it back. But he can't quite keep it in bounds, as once again possession will change. Here comes Tristan Torreson. Back out at center. Brzina on the near side. And headed out by Tristan Cornwell. And once again, NANAIMO United not able to color inside the lines. Torreson. A rough pass there. NANAIMO's got a good opportunity. Creswick tried to break loose. And it comes back to the far side. Ashton Bryant tried to get it ahead, but he wasn't fast enough. The ball just too high up for him to get. Ogden. Back over now, Thorson. Creswick giving chase. Bryant able to win it back. Barely beating out Matteo Brzina. And McConaughey again. Goes right past Purcell, back over into the lap of Thorson. Coburn heads it. Kyle near side. Drops it back for Lamoth. Now Torreson again. Goalie trying to start a rush. Comes back out Creswick, not able to clear it. Here comes Goalie again as he takes a bad fall. Able to get back up, but only on one leg. Luckily, Goalie looks to be okay. But he's in a good amount of discomfort right now. Free kick goes into another warm-up entirely. In the 40th minute now. Creeping close towards the 41st. Evolution still leading 1-0 off that goal from Frixos Petsis. And it's kept out off a great defensive effort by NANAIMO United. Goalie with a throw into Szymanski. Evolution retreating. Thorson pumps. Back over to Szymanski. On the near side now it's Dakota Lamoth. Allison Kyle. Trying to get Brzezina. Coburn able to keep it inside. Goes past Altamare. And now Brzezina's off to the races. Brzezina with lots of room to move, and he can't get it to go in the right angle. And we've got an injured red. It's Tristan Cornwell. He does not look good. Ref signaling for attention. Cornwell on both feet. Able to walk away under his own power, but only just. You see him there slowly huddling to the corner. And the Reds get it clear. Rolls back out of bounds. NANAIMO United. They've got a prime chance to strike with that added time. Bahari comes away with it. Able to maintain possession as it goes off the body of Lamoth. It's a time of great optimism here in the young League 1 BC season. And time of great optimism here in the city. Several soccer tournaments going on in Campbell River and abroad. Semester 2 at VIU just wrapped up. I don't have any exams, and I could not be happier. Ursel with the kick. Bryant. He and Altamare trying to gain the zone. Ryan Bland. Rosina. He goes down. Here's a Goalie. Back over to Szymanski. Kalen Lewis checking into the game for Nanaimo United. Fans of the VIU Mariners last year will remember him for his distinctive purple hair. Coburn. Purcell trying to shake it loose as he goes down. Ogden on the rush as it's called dead. Bryant trying to get it over to Purcell. Rosina trying to cut it back. Coburn trying to get it loose. Purcell. Reswick gets it across to Jonathan McKenzie. Potentially one last shot for Nami United before the half turns over. McConaughey boots it deep. Trying to send forth Purcell, but instead he's got a Goalie. Thorson boots it right back. Barely able to keep it in bounds. Very nice play there by the Evolution goalkeeper. A longtime Mariner captain, Matthew Coburn. Altamare being hounded. And that's going to do it for the first half. Evolution still up 1-0. Frixos Petsis, the Croatian sensation. The only goal scorer so far. We'll be right back after a short break from Kikinishchuk Stadium in Nanaimo, British Columbia. While we're waiting for the players to take the pitch, we just want to recognize some of our sponsors who've been with us since our first year as a club. RLR Lawyers, they're Vancouver Island's lawyers. O'Neill's, keeping NUFC looking sharp for more than 7 years. Wildwood Health, rehabilitation, sport performance, personal training, pediatrics, gearing you up for all of life's adventures. Junk and Art Trunk, your top choice for junk removal and moving services on Vancouver Island. Footprint Security, providing the highest level of service and security expertise to Vancouver Island for 40 years. Martin Velson Real Estate Team, helping West Coast buyers and sellers achieve more wealth through real estate since 1993. And with that, the second half is underway here from Kinnichuk Stadium. As always, glad to have you with us. Caleb Green on the call for today's action. Bryce Williamson to my right, man in the camera. Alex Coates doing something, I don't know. Usually it's audio, but really it's just whatever the situation demands. We're not a small crew here in NANAIMO. Ben Creswick standing at center pitch. First half began with a goal 2 minutes in for one team. Can history repeat itself for the boys in red? Only one way to find out, as we're set to go here in the Harbor City. Creswick sends it back to Gabe Altamare, and we are underway here in the second half. Over down the right side, immediately taken away. Kyle Jones. And well offside is Evolution FC. Grigsos Petsis. He's already got one goal today. He was gunning for his second, which also would have been the second of the game. And another tumble taken. And Nami United able to dodge a bullet there. Ryan Torson got in that avenue. Nothing was going to stop him. Except that block there by Coburn. And the two Torson brothers, Tristan and Ryan, trying to set up another Evolution tally. But their efforts end in vain. Very impressive play by Declan Brown to keep it in bounds. Ben Creswick put on the brakes too soon, and Nami United turns it over. Ashton Bryant heads it out of bounds. Bryant comes in, far side. Loses it, Evolution ball. Three minutes into the second half, the score remains 1-0. Lions Horson almost got it ahead. Stopping it back now for a Goalie, trying to go the corner, and stopped by McConaughey! McConaughey able to send it out again. Looking for Charlie Smith. And he's trying to get inside. Pick up a Harry tripped up. Back goes Lewis. Finds Orson, full head of steam. And the passing lane taken away by Coburn. United once again falling victim to the dreaded red line. Here comes Ryan Torsen again. Goes out. Who touched it last? We're going to say, I believe it went off a Purcell. That's going to be the corner kick expert, Kyle Jones, trying to double the Evolution lead. Jones got blocked. Orson heads it back in. Lewis trying to stop Ogden. Ripped up. Lewis retains. What's on the brakes? Trying to shake off Jones. Rolls out. Evolution gets it back. Kyle Jones set to go to work yet again for Evolution. Jones. Lane taken away again. Here comes Tristan Torsen. Goes high and wide over McConaughey's net. The whistle blows twice just as Nami United was about to get a play going. Lewis. Step by Goalie. Smith. Get back out. Goes back out, and Nami United gonna get another chance. And that's a bad look for NANAIMO United, but Coburn able to save the day as he gets a takeaway from behind. This is the inaugural game for this club as NANAIMO United. They spent the past 2 seasons as Harborside FC, made 1 playoff appearance last year, losing to TSS Rovers in the semis by a final score of 4-1. But if this team can make it once, they can probably make it twice. Here comes Kyle Jones. McConaughey got to play it. And these NANAIMO fans can breathe easy, at least for a while. Coburn. Dips high into the air. And he wins the race. Ogden comes in. Goes well over the net of McConaughey. From my angle, it looked like it might have gone in. Very strange play there for Evolution. Their second game as a club in League 1BC. Their first on the road. United still looking for the equalizer. Ryan Torreson. The immediate throw back inside by Purcell. Furlong trying to stop it. McConaughey makes the save. My goodness, what an outstanding effort by the NANAIMO goalie. Here they come again. Jones. As it rolls out. First time in NANAIMO in a long time we've had over 10 degrees Celsius. But believe me, it is far from warm. But at the same time, this is the kind of weather that we dream for whenever BC goes through its annual heat wave. Bahari trying to get loose. Here comes Bahari. Step from behind. Nearly clears the fence. Lewis. Here comes Bahari again. Altamare. The battle continuing along the far side. And here comes Ryan Torsen with a good time to shoot. Torsen gonna drop it off to Tristan. Here he comes again, trying to keep it in bounds. Gotta fight off Ashton Bryant. And a good block there by Charlie Purcell. And another block there. We got a bit of Scott Sterling action here in the Harbor City. Josh Rayner filling in for Ben Creswick. Much like Nanaimo United, I have also made a change. I finally decided to put on gloves. You'd think after 1.5 games of being up here, when the wind chill's been as bad as it is, that I'd finally learn to do this. You'd be wrong. Here comes Declan Brown. Taken from behind by Goalie. Thorson. Over to Petsis. Coburn. Directing traffic. Good stop there by McConaughey. And another shot clears the fence. Goes into the portables at NDSS. Talk about a tilt. There's going to be some pretty happy students there next week. Evolution once again getting another shot as Tristan Torsen gets tripped up. Try saying that 5 times fast. Jones trying to send it in. And they can't get it on net. McConaughey comes out to scoop it up. Gonna drop it off to Kalen Lewis on the near side. Rolls out again. Nanaimo United saying they have it, and they do. Throw in for Purcell. That's just able to get loose for a bit until he doesn't. Furlong. McConaughey. Lewis. Now back to Furlong. Able to keep it in, but Evolution going to get it back. Goalie. Rayner. Now Bahari. Rolls not quite out. Lewis able to keep it. It's the captain, Declan Brown. Tried to get it back over to Purcell. Goalie playing great defense. Evolution once again taking advantage of a Nanaimo turnover. Szymanski back over to Thorson. First time we've heard from him in a while. And there's a lot of outrage at that call. I believe Evolution was offside. Lewis. What's on the brakes? Back over now to McConaughey. Coburn. Back over to Lewis. Here's Josh Rayner. As a Harry trying to break loose. Furlong. Coburn again. Trying to send it over to Declan Brown. And they got chances as a shot blocked. Coburn giving chase. And Brzezina's off to the races. Furlong trying to block it, and he does! Another corner kick for Evolution. They've had many of these in the second half. Will this one capitalize and go in the net? Looked like it was going to for a moment, but they're denied at the doorstep. Once again, can't quite break the plane. As McConaughey helped up by Frixos Petsis. Great display of sportsmanship between those two. Lewis. Back over to Matthew McConaughey. Coburn. Back now for Lewis. I'm pretty sure we've passed go at this point. Torreson. The two Torresons able to get it back in. That's has a good lane. Now he doesn't. Here comes Declan Brown. Trying to send it ahead. But Harry can't keep it in bounds. Goalie gets it back. Trying to send in Brzezina. That's trying to get it. And the first big save of the night for Matthew McConaughey. You now return to your regularly scheduled corner kick. Because now NANAIMO's got a good chance. Torreson forced to retreat as it goes high and out of play. Here comes Jones again. Can they finally get it inside? No, they cannot. McConaughey coming way out of the net. Trying to sound fourth. Charlie Purcell. Purcell. With a bit of lumberjack action as he takes down Ogden. Coburn sends it in. Trying to find Purcell. Thorson gloves it up. McConaughey sandwiching the ball between him and Ethan Furlong. Here's Coburn. Trying to keep it inside. And they do, and they've got plenty more. Charlie Smith goes off NANAIMO United with a prime chance to strike in the 73rd minute. It goes well out. Evolution, just as quickly as they lose it, they get it back. Here's Goalie. Furlong. Back over now to McConaughey. His two defenders, Coburn and Lewis. Goalie sends it back in for Thorson. got someone very special in attendance tonight. SOBC's very own Tristan Dunn recently won a title with the Timberwolves this past spring. And this is as good a chance as NANAIMO is going to get for a good bit. With a corner kick, anything can happen. But as Evolution's demonstrated many times, it can just lead to the same situation you were in. Lewis joins the fray. Harry from the corner. And get it into Altamare. Altamare again as it goes out. And we've got a whistle and a tumble. Gustavo Godani coming in place of Matthew Coburn. As a Goalie, able to stop potential NANAIMO goal, but can he stop the second? Yes, he can. That sends Kyle Jones forward. On the far side, Sprazina. Working to the center. And McConaughey just able to keep it out. All right, all right, all right. Matthew McConaughey. Rolls out again. Lewis. McConaughey. Gets it back. Here's Lewis again. Minutes winding down here in the second half. Still a clean sheet on the NANAIMO side. For both sides, actually, that pen's starting to collect cobwebs. Furlong. Back over to Lewis. He's going to go for the long ball, trying to send Declan Brown ahead. And a Goalie with another outstanding defensive play. Bahari. Able to get the steal. NANAIMO irate with the official's call. Sun's starting to set here in the Harbor City. Flags blowing in the distance, which looks really cool from a cinematic perspective. But believe me, my hands do not appreciate it. Iconic with a jump looked like he kind of paused in midair. Furlong. Now Iconic, is he going to go to Lewis this time? No, he will not. He's going to Gordani. Furlong. Trying to send Bahari ahead, but it's chipped right back in. And Iconic left the net vacated for too long. Had that stayed in bounds, it would have been disastrous for Nanaimo United. Being down 2 with such little time left. Furlong. Giordani. Here's Lewis. Trying to thread the needle. Trying to get it to Bahari. As it rolls out of bounds, Evolution gets it back. Szymanski. Thorson. Back over to a Goalie. Still kept inside. Bahari. Goalie pressuring him from behind. Here comes Bahari. And an outstanding defensive play there by Ebi Goalie. Slithering behind Bahari to strip him. And now it's the corner kick expert himself, Gustavo Giordani. Trying to put Nanaimo United on the board. He cannot for now. Furlong dips it back in. Comes back out Declan Brown. Trying to stay with it. Rayner trying to win it back. Lewis. Headed out by Bryant. He's been out there all game long. Bryant chips it back into the Evolution bench. If you're Les Krivak, you got to be really proud of how Evolution's been doing defensively. And he couldn't quite connect with Kyle Jones as it once again rolls beyond the red line. And Jones is still down. Lewis. Across for Furlong. Versal. Trying to get it to Altamare. Mechanic backpedaling. Gets it over to Furlong. Gets it back from Gabe Altamere. F.A. Goalie. Szymanski. And here comes Bahari trying to put NANAIMO United on the board. Backside for Purcell, and it's blocked. Masahara able to keep it in play. And now back the other way comes Brazina, and it's taken right from behind by Furlong. NANAIMO starting to apply a lot more pressure now. Gordani. Lewis. Back over to Gordani. Brown. Rayner. Furlong. Dips it back in. Sent ahead. Trying to get Bahari in. Puts on the brakes. Waiting at the near side. Trying to deke back in front. Headed out. Lewis tries to keep it in. Altamere retains possession. Really kept in bounds. Gordani giving chase as he falls over. Muscle cramps. The most dastardly of illnesses. Ebiagali, a major loss for Evolution. Stays out there for now. But I would not be surprised if he's off relatively soon. Coming from my experience with cramps, sometimes those things last for a couple days. And NANAIMO United's goal droughts lasted for almost as long. Lewis trying to navigate through the Evolution defense. Purcell. Rayner trying to get it. Puts on a shot. Can't quite get it. Josh Rayner with the best chance of the night for NANAIMO United. Szymanski. Blocked by Gordani. Able to keep it as it rolls out of bounds. And he's not going to be keeping it for much longer. Goalie. Brazina. Hugged from behind by Lewis. As it rolls out. Declan Brown setting up the corner kick. Kyle Jones out. They're turning to Hamish Ogden as he tries to double Evolution's lead. Ogden. And it's headed out. Back over to Ogden. And skying it high is Spencer Mellett. The amount of backspin they're putting on that ball. Kind of cool out, man, just to sort of stop in midair and then fall down. One minute remaining before extra time. Potentially one last chance for NANAIMO. And it's taken away. Kalen Lewis, NANAIMO on the attack. Bahari ahead for Brown. Gets past to Goalie. Bahari able to stay with it. And it goes well out of bounds. Frustration very obvious here. Minimum of 4 minutes for NANAIMO to break the drought. Lewis able to stay with it. Jordani. Then back ahead. Here comes Josh Jordan. Puts on the brakes, trying to get past Furlong. And Furlong with a block. Lewis tripped up. Jordani gets it back over to Ethan Furlong. Evolution with as good a chance as any to put it away. Furlong forced to head it out of bounds. He had no other option. And here comes Hamish Ogden to attempt another corner kick. Last time he was in the spot, it did go through 2 posts, but not the ones he was trying. Brzezina goes back out. Jordani. And it goes off the body of Ogden. Evolution just trying to take that clock down to as little as possible so NANAIMO doesn't have a chance. And there he is again, Hamish Ogden. Furlong. One last chance. Thorson. Just gonna sky it. He's got Brzezina ahead. And he can't get past Lewis. And Lewis can't avoid the line. Evolution managing to hold on for as long as possible. As great defensive showing as they come. Goalie. And that's going to do it. Evolution FC with a 1-0 victory over NANAIMO United. Not the start to the homestand that the boys in red wanted. But in 2 weeks' time, they'll be right back here with plenty of time to set things right. Thank you, as always, for joining us here on the live stream. Want to find out more about us? Go check us out at L1BC.ca. Make sure to download the app on most app stores. And for one last time, on behalf of Bryce Williamson, Alex Coates, and everyone else here at Kinnichuk Stadium, I'm Caleb Green, saying good night, and thanks for listening.